talk about success. Man, you just had your record-breaking month. What is it that you do for people to get clients to work with you?
In real estate, when you first get in, it's such a massive career. I'm too young, no one's gonna want to trust me. Well, my friend was going into real estate, so I knew that that was a possibility. My mom was in real estate for 6 years. Going back and forth between what I should do, and you could become a flipper. If you want to be in $1 million listings, you need to.
Welcome back to the Bautista Twins channel. I'm Sean Bautista, and today we have a very special guest, Dmitry Snitko, a 19-year-old. Well, he started off at 19 years of age, and he's only 20. And in this video, we will be sharing his incredible journey on exactly how he broke into the luxury real estate market, from not selling any homes in the beginning to breaking records every single month. And so stay tuned, stick with us, because you're not gonna wanna miss it. First off, thank you for doing this with me today, Dmitry. I want you to introduce yourself to the audience and just give them a little bit of a backstory about yourself, your background.
All right, well, my name is Dmitry. I've been doing real estate for close to 2 years now.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, really close to 2 years now. And I got into real estate back in 2022. Right when the market was getting super scary. So I hit the rock bottom pretty quick, and then it was only up from there now,
Wow, okay, so 2022 is when you got in. Like, I know this market because it literally shifted during that summertime. Everyone knew, like, during the summer, things all of a sudden started, like, dying out.
2022,
2022.
I got, like, licensed in September. So like
just right then.
Yeah, August I started like my finishing my classes, and then September 2nd I got licensed.
Okay, where'd you take your classes?
It was, I forgot what it was. I remember I did the Rockefeller tests.
Oh, okay.
Because the program I went through, they didn't have enough testing after. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
the Rockwell program literally got me through.
I was doing them nonstop.
That's exactly how I passed the test, is just went through the cram and knocked it out. So
it's awesome. It's just memory. Yeah. I was actually on vacation, and I was just so in love and so excited. I was just like in my hotel room just doing the tests over and over again, because I just
dedication.
I would just want to get it done.
Nice. Yeah. So where are you from? Where were you born, and where'd you grow up?
Well, I was actually born in America, in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I didn't
Rochester.
know you were from the East Coast.
Yeah, from the East Coast. But I moved here when I was 4, Vancouver, Washington. And then I lived there until I was about 10, 11. And then I moved here when I was 11. And now I'm 20, so.
Okay, so you've been here for about 9 years.
I've been in love with the PNW since I was 4, since I got here. So.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we do the math, the audience will let you know you're 20.
Yeah.
That's pretty young.
Yeah.
So you started this business at 18.
Yeah, I was 19. I think I got my license. I don't know. It's been around that time. Yeah, a year and a half ago. So yeah.
Okay. Man, time does go by fast.
Yeah.
Not at your age. At your age, it's still
nice.
It's nice. I'm double your age. I'm 40.
Yeah.
So it goes by a lot faster at my age.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Especially with all the kids and stuff. But let's talk more about what got you into wanting to do real estate?
Yeah, great question. I've always been self-employed. Okay. So I've always been doing self-employed. Like I started with Instacart, DoorDash, right? So I never really liked the boss. I like to work my own hours. No, that's just been programmed in me. But I then went to start delivering packages. That was still self-employed because I was working as a contractor, but I capped out within a couple months in terms of my income, in terms of just growth as a person. And I was going back and forth between what I should do, and I, at the end of the day, decided to go into real estate. Why? Well, my friend was going into real estate, so I knew that that was a possibility. My mom was in real estate for 6 years and actually was building homes as well. So I was pretty well aware of real estate. Okay. But really, the main reason why is because of the opportunities. Real estate is endless opportunities. You can't say any time in your life maxed out in real estate, because there's endless opportunities. You can start as an agent, you could become a flipper, you could develop your own homes, you could source deals, you could have a lead management, you could create your own CRM. There's really an endless limit.
True.
That's why.
I agree. I love real estate.
Yeah.
it appreciates. We appreciate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point of the game. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. I love that story about why you got into it.
Yeah.
The endless.
I just want to grow. I don't want to be stuck in the same place, and that's where I found myself at that delivery job. I was just like looking 2 years ahead, and I was like, what's going to change, you know? And I've started real estate almost 2 years ago, and I'm looking 2 years ahead, and I would never imagine that I'm here today. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm excited about the next 2 years and after that. So
just so you know, it doesn't even have to be younger kids.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said. Even people in their late 20s, 30s, even 40s and 50s are stuck doing the same thing and not growing and unhappy about it.
Yeah.
But you recognize to just, hey, I want to be self-employed and I want to do my own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at you now. Who was the first brokerage that you were with?
So I started off with Skyline.
Okay.
My mom was in Skyline, and it has like a very low monthly fee. She's like, you know what, get into it. So that's what I started with.
Got it. Let me ask you, how did we come about? Like, I want to know how you found out about me and reached out.
Social media. I just found you on one of my reels, and my mom also knew about you, but I saw you on the reels, and I saw about EXP, and I that's how I kind of got on the door. I followed you pretty quick. So.
Oh wow! Yeah. So social media is
big. Yeah, that's exactly how. It wasn't through a friend; it was social media.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember you reaching out.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
The messages that you sent, but. How's the experience been so far being at EXP compared to Skyline?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to bash on other brokerages.
No.
But
for sure.
Yeah, but with EXP, there's definitely a different level of support and getting your questions answered. Because in real estate, when you first get in, it's such a massive career, and there's so many questions, so many things you don't know, so many things that you don't learn when you're taking your real estate exam, and you don't learn anything close to it. And when you can get to doing anything in real estate, and you're doing open houses, whatever, you try to do cold calling, and then you reach that point of like, hey, I have a question. It's really nice to be able to talk with anyone at EXP. I've reached out to EXP many times, and they always just like, there's always an answer. I'm never find myself lost.
Oh man, I love to hear that.
Yeah.
That EXP virtual world, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like having your little avatar walk around, ask the question, don't have to drive to an office.
So many different departments you can go to,
every aspect, technology, transactions, like all the commissions and everything, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So a question for you is, you've been on a roll, man. You've been on a pretty big roll, and I want to know what drives you, other than you want to always improve, but what else drives you?
You know, it's my future. It's what I see in my future, what I want in my future. Wanting to constantly grow is a big part, because I don't want to be stuck doing the same exact thing. But I also have future, like I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want them to be healthy. I want us to be financially secure. I want to do what I love. I love this area. I love real estate. I'm always been the guy who's driving around looking at homes and just so weirdly curious. And I love that I'm doing that, and I want to continue to do that. I just have a strive to continue to try out different types of real estate, getting into luxury, getting into bigger things, and really just my future, right? Like it's my future. I have goals. I'm a car guy, but
you are a car guy.
So
that's your hobby. That's one of your passions. Cars.
Absolutely.
I see your car out there. It's looking nice and clean.
So
we share the same hobbies. Like from that social media connection, when you said you saw my social media, what was it about wanting to connect with me? I just wanted to know, like, okay, you reached out to me, but what was it about seeing it on social media? I'm just trying to imagine what I remember seeing. It was more of like the lifestyle. Just seeing what it was like to be a realtor, and to see that with the lifestyle that kind of, potentially could come with that. I could see that it wasn't a traditional realtor, like, cause my mom was a realtor. I saw what her realtor skills were, and getting into real estate because of my mom. No offense, Mom. I saw what you were doing. I saw your car. I saw that you We're into cars.
And I was like, you know what? Like, I definitely want to be on whatever this guy's on, and whatever he's doing, I want to learn from someone who knows what they're doing. So.
Got it. Hey, man, I appreciate you reaching out. Dude. And that's part of who I am, is to help others and see the success. And talk about success. Man, you just had your record-breaking month.
Yeah.
Just this past January.
Yeah.
When everybody says it's slow.
Yeah, I
during
know.
the wintertime. Like, how many deals did you close? And just talk about how you got this record-breaking month.
Yeah, I mean, so I had two listings that sold last month, and I've only done like 8 or 9 deals, so that's, a lot. 2 listings last month that I closed, but those were in the works for a while. Because they were like remodel projects.
Got it.
And so they were in the pipeline and they just happened to be at the same time.
Nice.
So there was those 2. I also had a buyer that I was able to go into contract with, got them an amazing deal. I mean, super blessed for their family.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and a new listing. So now we're going into February and it's going to be even better than last month.
Man. And
crazy.
Talk about breaking into luxury. Those over $1 million listings that you've done.
Yeah.
So many people are like, man, how do I break into that? How do I get to that level?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, put yourself in that category. If you want to be in $1 million listings, you need to start to surround yourself in that sphere. So go to open houses in that sphere. For me, what I did was I was getting on projects. I was working with people that were wanting to have $1 million homes that they were selling. And we started off with, homes that were well under $1 million, but, we grew together and now we've gotten to $1 million. So there's so many different strategies, but of course, when we were getting into it, we were thinking about that million. You can't just, get into $1 million listing tomorrow, but you can start doing things today to get there.
Man, I love that answer.
Yeah.
Today.
Today.
Did you hear that? Today.
Start
doing
today.
Things today. This is the best advice. So, what advice? Like, I always get people asking, hey, I'm super young. I don't know if it's going to work out. If people will trust me. You're 20.
This. Yeah.
I mean, tell people, what is it that you do for people to get clients to work with you? What advice?
I've been there. And I was like, I'm too young. No one's gonna want to trust me. I don't even own any real estate myself. Why would someone trust me with the most important investment of their lives in real estate? And I even grew out a beard. So I went from 20 to 35. Yeah. So I was dedicated to the business, but and then I just decided to embrace it. I think saying I'm so young, great thing. I think there's a lot of people that wish that they could have your problem of I'm so young. That question, I'm so young, that statement, that's a good thing. That's a blessing.
It is a blessing.
Yeah, you can do a lot. You're so young. There's so much time ahead of you to do so much to set yourself up. When you're young and you come into the room and someone's like, you know what, like I need a real estate agent, there's the hope, there's the passion, there's the drive, there's that just energy when you're with a young person. You're like, you know what, that kid has something going for them and people want to be part of that.
They do.
People want to be part of something good, something big, and they can see that and they see maybe a part of themselves or maybe when they were younger and they want to be involved in that.
Man, you couldn't have said it better than that.
Yeah.
They do want to be a part of someone that's going somewhere that has a vision and they could feel it from you.
Yeah.
They literally can feel that energy coming off of you. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You literally knocked it out the park. So,
yeah.
Awesome, man. What's like some lead generation ways for people, like newer people, of how to generate leads? Because people always ask, what should I be doing? What do I need to be doing? Yeah.
There's no right answer here. There's so many things that you could be doing. For me, my biggest thing was sphere of influence. And I have yet to even like fully go into that. There's deals that I lost that were in my sphere of influence because I just wasn't tapped into it. But for me, that's been the biggest success is, again, I was just talking about with being a younger person, people kind of see that energy. They see that you're so excited. They see that passion and they want to work with you. And it really just took me 10 months. It took me 10 months for someone to trust in me. And then from there, it got, more and more stable. So for me, it's been sphere of influence. Obviously, I'm doing things like open house and breaking into social media is extremely important. There's a lot of people I know that were asking me questions 2 months ago. I've been in real estate for almost 2 years. So what exactly is it that you do in real estate?
Wow.
Like mind blowing. It's like, what am I doing wrong? Like I'm doing a lot of things not right. So social media is a big one.
Big time. Everybody's on their phones nowadays. And if you can just educate, inspire, maybe entertainment, depending on your personality, people love watching this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Education is always great.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite books that you would recommend?
Never Split the Difference. I think by Chris Voss. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good book. That's a book of like just like determination to get the deal done, to get what you want, right? It's to get what you want out of life, you know. So if you want to raise, you know, that book, it teaches everything. If you want to get a deal, if you want to get a listing, if you want to convince someone that you're qualified for the job, that book was I love that book. I'm not much of a book reader, but that book really just changed my mindset.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've read it too, so I know what you're talking about. That's good that you're actually, this is self-improvement too. It's just reading and getting some knowledge from others that have been there, and that guy's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He is super important.
Yeah. What are 3 tips that you would give to newer agents or agents that are struggling?
Yeah. 3 tips. The first one is to really focus on learning and growing. You can't be in real estate if you are trying to be stagnant. You have to be continuing to growing, learning, and that can branch out into a lot of things. Keep reaching out to people, keep looking and studying what other real estate agents are doing and how they are coming up. You know, I look at a lot of real estate agents in our sphere. So that's the first step, is learn, grow, you know, take the courses on EXP. There's a lot of courses. I did all of them. And and take notes too. Don't just do them. Take notes. Then it'll stick better.
True that.
Yeah.
Taking notes, that's a lost art. Actually, like whenever I'm saying something in a meeting, I tell people to write this down, because it's like nuggets. They need to, if they don't write it down, they're going to forget it.
Yeah.
So I was taught at an early young age is that put it down on paper. You're more than you'll know it more than anything if it's on paper.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't write it down, then you're going to forget it. There's too much information. You're going to forget it.
For sure. So, okay. So reaching out, taking notes. What else other advice can?
Yeah. The second one would be focus on your mindset. Mindset is a big one. The reason why like 90% of agents fall out after 2 years is because the business of real estate, being a real estate broker, it's super tough. It's super tough. And it's only those that develop their mindset that are able to survive. And if you don't have that mindset today, that's okay. But you have to recognize and focus on just being resilient and being tough and sticking up for yourself and being confident, because there's a lot of people that won't understand, you know, there's a lot of challenges that will come your way. But when you have that confidence and that mindset, then that's going to help you a lot as a beginner agent. It's going to help you tremendously.
What are ways that you develop your mindset?
You don't know what you don't know. And that's something that I focused on in my life. There's things that I don't know that if I did know, I could work on them, but I don't. So I can't work on them. So what I like to do is I like to pray. I like to seek out wisdom. And the one thing I like to say is like, to give me wisdom, right? In what I don't know. So the way I like to grow, the way I noticed biggest growth in my life was to seek out and to just surround myself. I have mentors in my life too, that they're much more wiser than me. They've been through a lot more than me. And I can't begin to ask the questions that I should be asking, but they kind of just speak into me advice and wisdom. And that's helped me to really grow and to really develop. So
man, that's big.
Yeah.
That is crucial.
Yeah.
Those are the best steps. You hear it from him. That's exactly developing the mindset and getting that knowledge from people and getting that wisdom from praying.
Yeah,
I do this
absolutely.
Too. I do this all the time to find answers.
Best method, hands down.
Best method.
Hands down.
Quiet the mind, start praying.
Yeah.
And man, all the abundance. It shows up. So doing all the trainings, learning mindset.
Yeah.
And then what's the last tip?
Very important as well is consistency, right? You can do those other things, but if you don't have consistency, it's over. If you did a little bit of training and then you stop, then your growth has stopped. It's over. You need to be consistent. You know, if you're developing your mindset, but then you stop, like it's over. You can't be stagnant in this business. So consistency is the biggest one. Keep doing what you're doing and keep doing more than what you're doing. You know, it's not even keep doing what you've been doing, but continue to go, continue to learn, continue to do more. Consistency.
Man, I agree. Those 3 tips. Take it from Dimitri, because he is having a record-breaking first 2 months. He's going to have a record-breaking 2 months, close to 10 million in volume. Yeah. That's insane. Yeah. And at EXP with the cap and whatnot, it's like you're at 100%, taking in 100%, which is awesome. Super awesome, yeah. My goal for you, well, I know for this year is you're going to hit Icon. That's my goal. So I know Icon for you this year. Yeah. The way you're rolling. Keep up the momentum. Absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, my first month this year was better than my whole entire
year last year in sales volume.
But
So
you never gave up.
Yeah.
You stayed consistent.
Yeah. So
I love it, man.
I love it too. I'm super pumped, super excited.
Yeah, let's close this out. Is there anything else that you want to share with the audience?
Yeah.
Any wisdom for as a 20-year-old, that you could share to the audience of what they need to be doing? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the one thing I would say is that even doing business at an older age, it's tough. You're going to have to say no to friends. You're going to have to say no to family. You're going to be busy. And I've been through that. I've been through some friendships that have weakened and that I would have preferred not to happen. But when you understand what you're getting into, you understand that, you know what, like it's for the bigger picture. So my advice is like, hey, it's going to be tough. But you just need to have the mental resilience, and you need to know why you're doing what you're doing. Otherwise you're not going to be able to push through. So keep going, keep pushing at this young age. People are going to say you're crazy. Keep going. That means you're on the right track.
That absolutely does, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Dimitri, man. It's been a pleasure watching you grow. That literally makes my heart go. To see someone from where you started to what you're doing now is nonstop. Never give up. Let's get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thank you again. Awesome.